Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Kings on the Hill. So on today's video, I'm going to show you these little homemade firewood racks that I've made. I've used these for a couple years now. I used to use pallets, but over time, you know, you get to stepping on them and they just break and then they're useless. I've tried using the 4x4s on the ground. That gets expensive though. So what I've come up with is just simple 2x4s, some blocks across the center, and it's worked good to stack wood with. Now I did learn a few things from stacking wood last year. I stacked my rows about 12 foot long, which is uncommon. Most people stack them in 8. But what I had, and I can show you over here, is I had the one fall down. As you can see, there's too much span for it to take and absorb all that. So what I did this year to change it up, I still have my 12-foot racks, but I put a post in the center. So hopefully that means I'm only spanning 6 foot and I can brace it all the way. And also another thing, so last year I only done 12-inch firewood because that's what my in-laws use. So usually I do wood for them and wood for us. And last year was the first year that we had a wood stove in this house. So not knowing with what I was going to buy, I cut everything at 12 inches. Well, once I got my wood stove, I figured out I can use up to an 18-inch log. So I split my stuff this year 16 inches. It's going to last a little longer than if you just do 12 inches. So I went ahead and upgraded up to 16 inches. So I had to redo my racks. So last year I just had 12-inch racks. Let me show you here. So this is kind of what I had last year. I've cut it up because I've had to make braces for my other one to make it a little longer. But this is just a simple little firewood rack here. Basically keeps your wood up off the ground. As you can tell, I made it a little bit shorter than the wood last year also. And I think that was some of my problem because as the weight gets all going to one end, it has nothing to support it, so it tips over. So this year, when I done 16 inches, let me show you over here. I've already got this one made up to where it's a little wider. So this year, as you can see, I barely have any overhang on either side. So I'm hoping that kind of helps me this year. And I don't have my wood to tip over because almost all of my wood racks right here have tipped and I've had to restack them throughout last year. You know, quite a bit of wood here. As you can see, this one's kind of starting. It's got that bow in the center. I think that is one I actually restacked. This one fell over. I never did restack it. And as you can see, if you're looking down through a straight line right there, that back end's fixing to go too. But, you know, that's what we got going on here. So I just want to show you something, you know, just a little simple homemade firewood rack that, you know, they're simple to make. Anybody can make them. Like I said, I do mine 12 foot long. Don't know why. I've got the room back here, so I just do it 12 foot. Like I said, most people do 8. And then just put they're pressure treated also. Just put your little runners across the center. That way it kind of holds it together. And like I said, it's just a little simple firewood rack to stack all your firewood on. And that way, you know, it keeps it up off the ground. They're mobile too. As you can see, granted, this one's cut up a little bit, but it's mobile. I can move it to wherever I want to. So whenever I'm off splitting wood somewhere, I can just take it to wherever I want it to get the wood up off the ground to let it dry out or to let it start drying out. And then I can unstack the wood and stack it up to wherever I want it. I try to keep all my firewood up here all year. That way, you know, it's just in the sun most of the day. There's a nice breeze that blows through here. I usually split wood on either end of my property from where the tree line is clear. So a lot of times I'll stack wood up down there. That way it's just not setting on the ground. Because if it sits on the ground too long, you know, it starts to rot out. But I wanted to get this done today because all that wood, as you've seen in my previous videos, I've been splitting on. It's ready to get stacked. So I need to get it up off the ground. That way it's not going to start to rotting out because it was still a little green when it was split. As you can tell, the colorization in it, you know, that is a green board that is not dried out compared to last year's wood that I've got. You know, it's got that nice dark color which means all the moisture is out of it. That stuff burns great. But like I said, I wanted to go a little bit bigger because I had the capability to burn a longer piece of wood. So I figured I would give it a shot. But anyways, hey guys, you know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my videos. And that's a homemade firewood rack.